Hello everyone and welcome back to Microsoft World of Flight. We'll be finishing up the guides with events. The air traffic controller. Let's get started.
Blue Sky 305, wind 295 at 12. Caution wake turbulence behind the heavy 747. Runway 28, left, cleared to land. That's runway 28 left, sir, cleared to land. I'll be right with you after I get this commuter on his way. Regional 23 Alpha 2 intersection. Runway 31 cleared for takeoff. Good day. Well, we got a little break here. Hi, I'm Vince. I'll show you around the tower. Don't touch anything except that start button, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, nothing like this job. Great view, lots of action. Blue Sky 305, left turn at the high speed. Contact ground point Niner when clear. A lot of people think air traffic controllers are all high-strung, chain-smoking maniacs. Me, I drink lattes. Sure, it can get a little hectic, but you learn how to juggle 2 or 3 things. Centurion 3743 Yankee, runway 31, taxi into position and hold. Keep the big picture and it's really not that hard. A lot easier than in the old days when all they had was a clock and slips of paper. Things are really changing fast, though. Nowadays, the pilots, they've all got GPS, INS, LORAN, all kinds of gizmos to help them get from here to there. Controllers, we're still working with little green dots on the radar scope. Centurion 43 Yankee, wind 280 at 12, runway 31 cleared for takeoff. But that's okay. Our job is to keep them all apart, not steer for them. We just make sure everybody gets where they're going, one plane at a time. Centurion 43 Yankee, contact departure. Right now I'm working what we call local control. That means clearing planes for takeoff and landing. Sometimes you gotta have eyes in the back of your head and you gotta know your airplanes. Like that guy, heading out onto the runway right now. Is that a DC-10 or an LTEL-11? Nah, can't go mixing them up in a traffic pattern. You know, I think it's getting harder and harder to tell them apart. The new ones, they're all starting to look the same, you know, like cars. But you learn to pick up on the details. Blue Sky 8 Heavy, runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff. Now we're working the radar room. That's a different story. You know, the whole idea of using radar got its first big test during the Battle of Britain in World War II. RAF radar controls vectored, steered their fighters right to the German bombers. Talk about your pressure cooker jobs. Miss a vector and you could get bombed. A lot more sophisticated today. I clear them for takeoff. Departure keeps track of them until they clear the area. Then center follows them all the way down the road. Blue Sky 8 Heavy. Traffic 10 to 11 o'clock, 4 miles. Altitude indicates 2,100. Contact departure. Yeah, the folks who worked those old radar sets were real unsung heroes. I don't know how they did it. Hundreds of airplanes all trying to get to the same place at the same time, and in between to combat all those ferry flights. But as usual, the fighter jocks got all the glory. Grumman 88 Lima. Information Oscar is current. Fly left, traffic runway 31. Caution the departing heavy DC-10. Yeah, some things never change. Today when the airline pilots walk through the terminal, they get treated like gods or something. Me? People ask for directions to the luggage claim. Of course, now they're making planes that don't even show up on radar. I got a buddy in the service. He says they take off from the air base, head out to the practice range, and when they turn off their transponders, that's the gizmo that makes them show up on the radar, poof, they're gone. That kind of thing can give a controller heart failure. Grumman 88 Lima, runway 31, cleared to land. But like I said, we're usually pretty calm up here. It's pretty hard to surprise us, even though some pilots sure try.
I can imagine.
As busy as it gets around here, I'm glad I didn't have to work the big Gulf War. They had so many planes coming and going, it must have been like working O'Hare, JFK, Heathrow, and Frankfurt at the same time. Carriers, air bases all over the place. Of course, they had all kinds of snazzy electronics to keep track of everybody. I mean, that AWACS can see everything, let me tell you. And it's a good thing, too. See, you gotta know where everybody is, where they're going, and where they're supposed to be. Speaking of which, I got a strip here on a World of Flight 001. Anybody know if Approach is talking to him yet?
I have a feeling who that is.
See that jumbo out there? That's a cargo flight. We saw some major action around here after the floods a couple of years back. All the roads and the railroads washed out. We had transports in and out of here like bees in a beehive. Nobody complained about the airport noise then, let me tell you. Huh? You're kidding. And that flight I'm waiting for, Captain Hal's flying. 10 to 1, he pushes the wrong button and tells us to put our seats in the upright and locked position and then asks the passengers for landing clearance. Now there's a pretty sight. I just might take up ballooning someday. Nobody can tell you where to go. No static on the radio. You just drift along with the breeze. You don't even have to worry if they get too close. I mean, what can happen if two bags of hot air go bump, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain
Speaking of hot
Hal
air,
again.
that's Captain Hal on final.
On our final
Sometimes
approach,
I wonder how he finds the airport.
Sorry, Tower.
Listen, I gotta get back to work. Watch the steps on your way down. Just click the button with my picture on it if you want to take another tour. World of Flight 001, wind 280 at Niner, runway 28 left, cleared to land. That's runway 28 left, sir. Affirmative, the long one.
Those are quite the balloons, and yeah, pretty much the only time, that a guide appears in a tour of another guide. Anyway, next time, Microsoft Oceans. I'm Brian Cordrigan signing out. Stay straight.